I have here the Essence Xmas Treasure Box DIY Advent Calendar. I'm gonna be unboxing it with you today. So if you don't want any spoilers, this might not be the video for you, but I'm gonna be getting into this. Alright, so this Advent Calendar I actually ordered while I was on vacation. I didn't really check like what exactly this was, what was going on, and I just got this out of my bougie shop box that they sent it to me in. And I thought, wait a minute, this looks a little bit different than the Advent Calendar that I unboxed last year. That one had a bunch of new things. It was kind of like a limited edition in a box, but this kind of feels like something else. Okay, let's open this box. I don't really know about the DIY portion of this. Like, I've never had one of the Essence DIY Advent Calendars. I know they've been doing them, but I haven't really. So this is what it looks like. So yeah, I'm pretty new to this. So we have, I think, some bags to put it in. Okay, I'm not gonna probably be doing that because I'm just gonna be showing you the things that are in here today. And then we have a bunch of stickers. So the like numbers, the days, but this could be cute for if you want to do that for someone else, but DIYing your own calendar seems a little bit like ruining the surprise. It might be ruining the surprise if you put your own things into the days. Like, you might remember what's in them. So let's see, everything is wrapped in paper, and yeah, now I can like basically see everything. But yeah, it seems like a bunch of their regular line things, and some of these I might already own, some of these I might have owned and decluttered. Let's get into this. All right, how am I gonna do this? Okay, I'm rethinking the whole layout of my room to be able to put this somewhere here in a place that somewhat makes sense to me. Alright, so here we first have the Essence All About Matte Fix and Compact Powder. I really enjoy this powder. This is one of my favorite powders. It is just very lightweight on the skin, not very heavy. It doesn't feel super traceable. I have dry skin and it is just a really nice powder to use, and I love a compact powder because also I feel like that's a little bit less heavy duty than like a loose powder. So this one does have a sponge, so it's a little bit different. We have this sponge in the top, and then this is the powder. I don't know if I'm going to be keeping all of these products because I do have the All About Matte Compact Powder, and I do not go through powder really quickly because I have dry skin. I just use a little bit of it on my forehead. So I might actually like give some of these things away. We'll see. All right, next up we have here the Neon Vibes Nail Art Sticker. It feels very like 2015, 2016 to me. I don't know if I'm going to use this. Like, it feels a little bit like Aztec. We have some moons. We have like little arrows. Should I zoom you in a little bit? I feel like you can't see what is happening here. All right, there we go. So these are the nail stickers, and they do look pretty cute, but not for me. Like, this neon and the Aztec vibe is just, I don't know if that's ever gonna come back for me. Like, I was into it at the time, and this was the All About Matte. Then we have these Essence, the mini nail buffers, perfect for on the go. These have 4 steps of buffing the nails. I'll probably keep these. Like, this could come in handy, but I do usually use a glass nail file. That's like my preferred type of nail file, but these could be good to like throw in a bag, so not too bad. But honestly, with Advent calendars, I love to see more like truly like colored makeup products. I know it can be a little bit tricky because not everybody likes all colors, but I do feel like with the accessories and nail products and things like that, sometimes it's just not what I'm hoping for, if you know what I mean. So we have some eyeshadow palettes. So first up, I don't actually know if these are in the regular line. I will check it out. I'm gonna see at the end of the video what is the worth of this Advent calendar, and like the price that I paid for it was like 27 euros. So we're gonna see how good of a deal is it actually, should you pick this up. So we have the Protect Your Energy mini eyeshadow palette, and I've had one of these eyeshadow palettes from this range in the past. It's a pretty okay formula. So this one seems like it's gonna be pretty warm toned. Yeah. So we have some browns. Can you see anything? So we have some browns, and then we have some kind of like bronzy, orangey shades. It's a nice kind of like fall color story. I kind of like the look of that. I think I might actually try this one. I'm gonna remove the plastic. It's always so hard to do with these eyeshadow palettes by Essence Secretaries. Like, I understand that they do this so that people don't get their fingers in them in the store, but it can be hard to open. All right, so let's swatch Meditation and Awareness. So that is what those look like. I feel like the shimmers in this palette are a little bit on the satiny side, but the quality, like the pigmentation, it looks good. Then we have Spirituality and Manifestation, and these are two shimmers, one golden, one kind of like orange to kind of like peachy pink. So pretty interesting. I do think that these are gonna look quite nice on the eyes, but yeah, it's not like a shimmer. Like, this one is the most bright, I think, but it's gonna be a little bit more of a satiny formula. And then we have the two brown mattes in this palette, and those look a little bit more neutral. So that is the whole palette swatched out. I do think that it is a promising palette. These are pretty like affordable palettes, and I do feel like these are pretty nice. Like, I already saw that there's another one in this advent calendar. I do think that this is pretty cute. Would I have bought it? I don't know, probably not. But it's definitely not a bad palette, as far as I know anything about the formula. And as far as I can tell from swatches, of course, I haven't put this on my eyes just yet. So we also have the Trust Your Intuition eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna guess that this is gonna be a little bit more green. Yeah, so this is gonna be a little bit bronzy and green. I actually quite like the color story. You have a dark green matte as well. Like, it's a little foresty, it's a little fall. Kind of excited about it. I do feel like they chose some good color stories for like the time of the year. Of course, ooh, that almost went very wrong. Of course, you're supposed to unpack this in December, but they come out with it end of August. So this is what it looks like without the plastic. I really like this color story. I think this is my favorite one of the two. So let's swatch Decision and Guidance. Looking good, quite nice. A little satiny, but not like super satin. It's kind of like in between. Then we're Feeling and Instinct. Instinct is a little bit more mint. Feeling is a little bit more champagne. And then we have two mattes and one warmer light brown, and that one doesn't really swatch very well, or it could be the color. Like, it doesn't look too crazy pigmented, but the dark green looks pretty good. I think that could work well as a shadow liner as well. So this is the warm brown. It seems like the same color basically as my skin tone, and then the green. Okay, looks promising. It looks like something I might be able to enjoy, but I kind of wish that these palettes had like maybe one shimmery topper. It could have been really cute. Then these I've been wanting to try. So here we have the Hydrogel eye patches by Essence, and these are 30 pairs of eye patches. That is a lot. I don't think I've ever used eye patches like this. I've seen so many people with them, but I have never tried them myself. So these have hyaluronic acid. You should leave them under the eyes for 15 minutes on clean and dry skin. What are the ingredients? 24-hour hydration. Okay, so there's hyaluronic acid, glycerin. I don't see perfume here, which I'm very excited about. Okay, so this one I'm really liking that this is in here. So definitely gonna try that for myself. And then we have another accessory. This is the lash comb, and I have had a few of these from Essence and Catrice, and I never really use them. I feel like they're a little bit scary. Like, they're very sharp, very pointy, and I just feel like I don't want to get that too close to my eye. I get the point of this, but it just scares me a little bit to put this like right next to my eye. So I don't know if I'm gonna be using this. I don't know if I'm gonna be trying that. I already like tried some, and yeah, I don't know. Then I have here the What the Fake Extreme Plumping Lip Filler Icy Effect. So this is a product that I've never tried. I am usually not a big fan of like icy glosses. And oh, this does look very cool. Like, this has a very nice kind of like gradient effect. This is like a jelly blue, and this one And this is kind of like a light, like white shimmer. It looks really, really nice. It has peppermint oil and hyaluronic acid in it. I'm usually not the biggest fan of icy minty lip products. I like it more when lip products are like spicy. I feel like that works better with my lips. They're just a little bit sensitive to like peppermint in lip products. Like if you have dry lips, you might have experienced that as well. But I definitely get that they put this in here. It makes sense. Then we have one of the Hollow Balm Effect nail lacquers, and this is the one in Ride in Hollow. I love this formula. This is such a great formula of like holographic nail polish. I believe these are also on like Sugars or something like that, and it's very holographic, really easy to use, dries fast, lasts a long time. I'm actually really happy that this one is in here. I don't think I have this one either. I do have a few shades. So this is kind of like this silvery color. Really excited about this one. All right, we have, what is this? A soft and precise lip pencil, and this one is in the shade 02 Happy. I don't think I've ever tried this formula. It looks kind of like a rosy, warm rosy shade. Like almost a little bit of a terracotta rose. I'm gonna be trying that out. Like this is a good one to have and to see how I feel about that. We have, of course, it feels like it kind of has to be in here. We have a black eyeliner pen. I feel like a lot of the advent calendars that I've unboxed have had black eyeliners, black mascara, things like that. It's not something that I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna give this away probably. This is the extra long lasting black eyeliner pen. I can show you the tip. Like it's a felt tip. I'm sure I can find someone who's really gonna enjoy it. It's just not for me. I don't really use it. Then I have here the Essence powder sponges, and these are so cute. So these have little cats on them. Like this is so cute. It says very smooth powder sponges for an easy application and seamless blending of all Essence powder textures. This looks really cute. I do have a white cat, so it does feel very like fitting for me. Let me just open this up. Hiya, this is so cute. Do you see? Okay, 2016 Beauty Guru. Do you see the little face of the cat and then the little paws? It's so cute. It's so cute. Okay. I really love this. I don't know if this is in their regular line. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find everything, but I do want to see what it's worth. Then we have, I feel like this lip oil is just the thing that I can never truly get rid of. It keeps popping up in my life. Like I bought it once because people really loved it. I thought it was okay. I decluttered it. And then I got it for free from Boozy Shop and I decluttered it. And now I'm getting it again. In this advent calendar, in some way it always reappears. So this is the cranberry lip oil with tinting effect, and this is in 01 smooth protector. So this is a gloss that does stain your lips pink, and I'm not the biggest fan of these types of lip products. I think this is an okay product, but it's just not something that I really reach for. I feel like usually when it stains my lips a very light, like baby pink, I enjoy it, but this one I felt like was a little too bright. So I'm not gonna touch this. I'm gonna see how and if I can get rid of this again. Then we have a mascara. This is the hyaluronic acid and panthenol, another volume mascara, ... just better. So this is a black mascara with extra volume. I've never heard of this mascara. Is this a new mascara? What is going on here? I don't really keep up with the Essence mascaras that much. I'm gonna give this to my sister because she wears black mascara, and then I will hear from her like how she felt about it. Then we also have this Double Trouble mascara extra black, and this one gives definition and volume. It's a hybrid mascara, double-sided brush for extra volume, length, curl, and definition. So you have, I think, different options, like you can use the different sides to get a different effect for the lashes. So it's looking good. This just means that my sister doesn't have to buy any more mascara for the coming few months, or like the coming 6 months. Alright, we have a lip gloss. This is the Juicy Balm Shiny Lip Gloss, and this is in the shade Poppin' Pomegranate. I do like this formula. This seems like a pretty cute, kind of like cherry red shade. Let's just swatch this one. I think this could be one that I keep in my life. Yeah, that is a cute color, kind of like a pinky red. Smells very like sweet and fruit-like. Yeah, this one I think I'm gonna enjoy. I think that's gonna be cute. Alright, we have the Space Glow lipstick color changing. I hadn't ordered this one because like it's another color changing lip product. I have so many of them. Like I think I must have had like 20, 30 different types of color changing lip product over the years, and I now have a few left. I have a few that I do like, I have a few that I enjoy. I think now that I have this one, I will actually try it out. It does have a very cool kind of like purplish color. Smells like that typical Essence, like chemical scent. Like, you know, when you buy Essence from time to time, like in their lip products, they sometimes put this very chemically scent. And this kind of feels like that. I'm kind of like, should I try it? I think I'm gonna try it. Okay, let's swatch it. It is turning pink pretty fast, but if it's not gonna be too bright pink, it could be cute. It does have quite a stain to it so far. Alright, we have some things, or something, from Hello Good Stuff. This is their like skincare line, and this is a skin perfecting toner. After 14 days, clears skin, minimizes pores, and skin is less oily. Well, if my skin becomes less oily, then it's basically just the Sahara Desert, so I hope that doesn't do it to me. And let's see what the ingredients are here, if I'm liking what I'm seeing. Okay, this is perfume in it. I cannot use it. I am allergic to perfume, so I'm gonna give this away to someone who might actually enjoy this. Like, if I use this for a couple of days, I will get rashes all over my face. It's not a very pleasant experience. It's not something that I want to actually do to myself on purpose. Then we have another one of these soft and precise lip pencil. This looks like a really nice color. This is 402 Honeysley. And this seems like a kind of like nudie brown shade, kind of like a brown pink. It looks like a pretty good color. These are not the most creamy lip liners, but I actually think these could be quite cute. Like, I have hope for them. And then there is another nail polish here. This is the My Butter Have nail polish, and this is gel nail color 63. So this is a really cute color. I do have a color like this from Holotaco, so I probably wouldn't have bought this myself, but I do like the Essence nail polishes. I have tried a lot of Essence nail polishes that I have enjoyed. I feel like for the drugstore, they do a pretty good job with them. So, you know, I might actually give this a shot. I do think it's a really cute color. It might be a nice nail polish. Then we have a makeup and baking sponge. This one is in a light peach color. It looks really cute. I'll probably use this. Sometimes I like to kind of like pat in my like skin tint to take away any like brush strokes. Like when I'm done applying, I will just go in with the sponge and then just like pat it all down, and it makes it look a little bit more even, a little bit more like skin-like. Then we have another accessory. This is the eyeshadow brush by Essence. I do like their eyeshadow brushes, and I do like this particular one. I do have a few of these. Like, this is really nice for under the eyes. It's just a little fluffy, but also like precise to go underneath here, so I'm gonna keep that. And then we have two lipsticks from the Slim Stick line, and this is Chocoholic, which I do own, and then Brick Road, which I also do own or have owned. So the brown shade here, it's kind of like a milk chocolatey shade. I do have a lip swatching video, lip swatching all of the Slim Stick lipsticks that they came out with at first. I feel like they came out with a few extra shades later, but the first range I did all of the shades, and then Brick Ola or Brick Road is a little bit more of a rosy color. Both really beautiful shades, but I'm not gonna be touching these because I already own these. So let me just see if I can find the value of these before I start calculating. It might already be in the info that I got. Did I get any info? Alright, I've been scrolling and I've been searching and I've been scrolling on Boozy Shop for a really long time, and I think I'm just gonna make an educated guess. I think probably the value here is around like 40 euros, could be something like that. I don't see all of the products here right now. I'm gonna see if I can find it for you, then I will put it on the screen. I feel like with all advent calendars, but especially with this one, I think it's pretty important to know actually upfront if it's new products or old products, because you have a lot of essence. It could be that you get duplicates. This could be something that you give to someone else who doesn't have a lot of makeup. It could be something that you split with a friend. That could make sense. I do feel like taking everything into account is a pretty good deal, but I always feel like it's a better deal if it's all new product, like you can't get anything that you already own. For me personally, it just feels kind of like a on sale set, which I feel like Essence and Catrice have been doing a little bit more lately, or I don't know if it's more, but I've been seeing them do that lately. I don't get super excited personally. I think some of these products I can definitely try out, I can definitely use. The eye patches, they are $7.99, so that's a pretty big chunk of the value. I feel like with these types of things, it's really up to you. Like, is it worth it to you? Do you already have a lot of essence? Do you have some of these things? But I also feel kind of like, are they coming out with another one of those advent calendars that actually has like limited edition things in there? I would love to see that. I was kind of hoping that this was gonna be that, so I might be a little bit disappointed, like might be a little bit biased by that. I was really hoping for some new things. But let me just tell you what I'm most excited about. So the things that I think I am gonna use are the hydrogel patches. I think those are gonna be cute. Then the kitty, like, I don't really need this, but it is really cute. The eyeshadow palettes I'm gonna be trying out, I'm gonna be testing out. I do think that I'm gonna try out some of these lip products. The lip pencils, they are new to me. The gloss, I do like the Juicy Mom gloss. And I think I'm just gonna wrap it up here. I think this can be cute for some people, but it's a bit of a difficult blind buy if you are really into essence. Like, it's supposed to be a surprise, but there's just such a big chance that you get duplicates. And I'm always a little bit like iffy about it. This is great to buy for someone else as a gift. I get the idea behind it. Alright, thanks so much for watching, and then I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.